You walked into that room 10 minutes late, and you're still thinking about it. The door, the heads turning, the small gap in the conversation while you found a seat. That was hours ago. You are still running it. You think this is self-consciousness. Somebody less generous would call it vanity, the assumption that a room full of people had nothing better to do than watch you arrive. It is not vanity. It is an arithmetic error, and it is one your mind makes automatically in a direction you can predict. In 2000, psychologists Thomas Gilovich, Victoria Medvec, and Kenneth Savitsky published a study that is remembered mostly for how uncomfortable it was to take part in. They asked a student to put on a t-shirt with a large photograph of the singer Barry Manilow across the front. Then they sent that student into a room of other students who were already seated and filling in a questionnaire. The student sat down, waited, was taken back out. Then the researchers asked one question. Of the people in that room, how many do you think could name who was on your shirt? The average guess was about half of them. Then the researchers went and asked the people in the room. About a quarter could. Roughly half as many as the wearer had assumed. They called it the spotlight effect. Your estimate of how much other people notice you is not slightly high. It is high by something close to a factor of 2. And it is wrong in the same direction every single time. Always upward. Always more attention than you actually received. The reason is not that you are vain. It is that you cannot get out of your own head. You have complete, unavoidable access to exactly one person's experience. Yours. You know precisely how late you were, which word you stumbled on, how warm your face felt. That information is loud, detailed, and permanently available to you. Nobody else in that room has any of it. They have a glance, and they are running the same process you are, at the same volume, about their own late arrival and their own stumbled word. You have been told the problem is that you care too much what people think. That is not quite it. The problem is that you are the only person in that room holding a full recording, and you keep assuming everybody else got a copy. They did not. They got a fragment, and most of them had discarded it before you reached your seat. None of this makes the feeling disappear. Knowing the number does not switch the spotlight off. But next time you find yourself replaying the entrance, put one figure against it. Halve your estimate of who noticed. That is not optimism. That is just correcting for a bias somebody already went and measured. Then notice how much of that evening you spent thinking about somebody else's entrance. Which one do you still replay?